Currently, President Cyril Ramaphosa is addressing a gathering. He was on a visit to the CSIR, taking a look there at some of their research facilities. And let's listen in.
We often say we must go and what do you call it, DG, tender and all that. There is no better tenderer than the CSIR in my books. So I want you to tender. I mean, why would I leave you here and go and ask someone else in the UK, the US, or wherever to come and do work that you're fully capable of doing? What I have come to learn today is that you are so well skilled, and your skill, experience, and knowledge covers many areas of many things that we do in government, be it in agriculture, be it in cybersecurity, as I said, be it in all the things that you displayed to us today, in health, and also in identification of persons, and helping us in a number of areas. So I have also, and also on transport safety, there's a young lady who said that they are going to reduce accidents in the country as well. Who would ever have thought that the CSIR would be able to dabble in an area like that, which continues to be a major problem to our country? So today, I'm really pleased to have been briefed on what you do and what you have demonstrated as your capability. I'm hugely impressed about how you are also committed to enabling government to meet and address its various priorities, which is increasing the capability of the state and also beginning to address issues such as helping with the industrialization of our country. We are one of those countries that, with the advent of our democracy, we deindustrialized. The manufacturing base in our country started receding, and it is this that we now need to build back. And you being a center for science and industrial research, and who are so adept in a number of areas, you can help us to address the challenges we face in relation to job creation, reducing poverty, and also ensuring that there is inclusive growth. In many of the things that you put forward to us, you continued to underpin what you were putting forward with the need to increase the capability of the state and also to help us address our various challenges. The intellectual property that resides here is quite impressive. As I heard you say that you even register so many patents, and that in many ways is what I also found impressive. You are a center of science and innovation, and this you were able to prove to me in more ways than one. So I see the CSIR as a success story for South Africa. It's a South African success story. And you must stand proud in knowing that you are at the top of what science and innovation and research is all about and contributes to our country. And I applaud you for being that type of center. And thank you very much indeed for living up to taking our country to that level. You are our high-level scientists, innovators, and researchers. And so therefore we are critically proud of you, enormously proud of you rather. And the capacity that you have as the CSIR here is absolutely critical in building state capacity, but also in increasing our research and development advancement. We are not spending enough money on research and development as a country. Countries such as China are excelling today because they spend well above 5% of their GDP on science, on research and development. And there are quite a number of companies in China that I hear are spending up to 10% of their turnover on research and development. And if there is a facility or a center that can help us advance more when it comes to research and development, it is the CSIR. And money, yes, Minister Nzimande, that we can spend in science or in research and development, even as we channel it through Department of Science, Technology and Innovation, is money well spent. Because as I applaud your department, I can already see the results of what you do. You decry the fact that we are only given 9 billion, but I can see what that 9 billion rand is doing. So thank you for using the government's money really properly, because we can see the work that is being done here. So we want the CSIR to continue producing the work that it does, but I'd like you to do much more than what you are doing. And it now behoves on us as government to utilize you to full effect. The reason I want a presentation to the cabinet is to enable our various departments to have an insight of your capabilities, so that as they do their work, as they put together their own plans of action, and as they begin to embark on a number of interventions, their first port of call should be the CSIR, rather than to run off to some entity way outside government, which will cost us a lot of money. One of the displays that we were shown about cybersecurity was the gadget that was developed here, which costs so much less than what you would get if you were to obtain it in the private sector or through other companies. That just goes to show that you can produce work, you can get things done cost effectively, because you are state-owned and because you are committed to advancing the capabilities of the state. So we make a mistake by not utilizing you effectively. But I want to see that changing from today, so that we use you to good effect and stretch your intellectual capabilities and your own limits. So not that you are not working hard, but I want you to work harder than what you are now. So be careful what you have asked for. You're now going to get it. You're going to be expected to work a lot more harder than what you are. But I applaud you and want to thank you for your continued service as people who are so well versed in what you do, as intellectuals, as professionals, as well-trained people who could go and work anywhere in industry, anywhere in the world, that you remain committed to a government entity like this one. So I thank you, and I wish you the very best as we continue working together. And underline, as we continue working together, because I'd like to come back here and see the newer innovations that you are working on and the various responses that you will have to the work or to the commissions that we are going to give you. I'm now convinced that we should be able to work together. I'm rather pleased that the presidency has already become so well engaged in working with the CSIR on the national digitization process. And I'm glad that people in the presidency already come here and you are interfacing with them. So I want to stretch it to many more departments. And I want to see our ministers, Minister Zimande, coming here, interfacing with our scientists, interfacing with our engineers, and interfacing with all the people who work here so that we can advance the interests of the country. So thank you very much. I feel hugely humbled. And as I said, when I grow up, I want to come and work here. Thank you very much.
Well, we've been listening to President Cyril Ramaphosa speaking at the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, where he's been on a tour this evening. One of the facilities, in fact, that he went to see is looking at the production of cannabis-related products. Also a transport laboratory that deals with data among the sites that he's been to see this evening. The president saying it's an emblem, if you will, of the public institutions in this country that actually do work, that they do well. Even during the elections, they had interesting data. We've seen them during COVID as well. The CSIR, some of their experts were actually some of the best placed people to speak to make sense of what was going on at the time.
And especially because he speaks about the issues of cybersecurity, Tembegile, and he's talking about a gadget that has been developed there. And he speaks about, yes, it may just be, cost effective to get it from there, but it speaks about the research capabilities of this particular institution. And he says that they must receive more support in order to be able to do a lot more of the work that they need to be doing.